One of my most popular and unpopular sermons at the same time is called Worship the Creator, because they normally want you there to talk about the creation, and so I take them back that one further step, and first of all we deal with what worship is, you know, as in the old 16th century worship for workmanship, workmanship of what's been done, so what work has God done that's worthy of being paid for, you know, and then you go through the creation.
Is that what it means?
Yeah.
I've been thinking for a while about the relationship, like worship clearly means worthy and worth. All these things are clearly related, but I didn't.
That's right. So workmanship is the old word, but worthship and workmanship are tied in like that. So you give worthship equal to the value of the work that's been done.
So his work is worthy
Work
of being
is
paid. That's
number
what
one,
worship.
creation. Work number two is redemption. The wages of sin. They've been paid.
Wouldn't you say that even if he hadn't created or redeemed, he would still be worthy of worship?
Nope. Because he hasn't done anything.
Well, even
See,
if
that's
he's
where
got-
that song that says, we worship you for who you are, not for what you've done. That's rubbish.
You think, wow.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
worship him because of what he's done.
Yeah, because if he hadn't done anything, we wouldn't be
That's
here
right.
to worship him,
Exactly
I guess.
right. Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
we
kind of a
wouldn't be
moot
here,
question.
but he would still be.
I guess he'd be able to worship himself. In that sense.
So there's nothing to give glory for, nothing that's worth.
That's the reason he created.
And so I go on in this because many of the churches today have what they call a worship time, and then they hand over to the preacher to preach.
Yeah, that's always
And I get up
bugged
and say,
me.
well, what am I supposed to do now?
Yeah.
I'm here to declare the worth of the Creator and the worth of the Redeemer. And I have a very unpopular slide that said, worship is anything that declares the value of Jesus Christ. It is not just singing.
Wow.
And they don't like it.
Say that again. Worship is anything that declares the value of Jesus Christ. That's something that I've been wrestling with a lot, you know, with the, okay, here's how you can get a brand new church. Hey, we want to do things different. And a year down the road, what are they doing?
All the same.
All the same. 3 songs and a sermon. And that's worship and then
We get the
preaching.
offering.
Oh, and offering.
Yeah, gotta squeeze that in there.
Yes. Instead of splitting the songs up during the service, as they used to, they stick them all together in one go, but it's
That's
still the
right.
same.
That's right. Even the Methodist church I grew up in, it was like, okay, now we're going to sing this song. And then there was more stuff, and then, okay, now we're going to sing this song. So yeah, it was spread out. more.
Used to be what's called the hymn sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hymn sandwich.
There was a quick call to prayer, hymn, introductory prayer, hymn, notices, hymn, longer prayer, hymn, sermon, hymn.
That's right.
That was the service.
It's because
Wow.
it's based on people's ability to listen for a certain length of time. Whereas the new method, you end up, you're brain dead by the first 30 minutes of singing, and you're just so glad to sit down.
So basically, preaching a sermon is a form of worship too.
That's exactly right. Living your life is a form of worship.
Man, thank you. I enjoy these.
Interaction.
Yes, I really do. It's so valuable to me.
Randall Hardy made a very good suggestion in England, which I want to put to you. He said we need to run a creation conference on the spiritual side of it, not just the scientific side. He said because, and his observation, same as mine, most of the creation is good about the thing stuff,
Right.
but not about the personal relationship with the Creator through
Yeah.
Christ. All right,
I'm hoping Proof of God does some of that because
Yeah.
that's part of the
yeah.
push for Proof of God.
In our fast-paced, ever-changing world, you need solid information that you can trust. Creation Today answers your questions about science and creation from a biblical perspective. Hosts Eric Hovind and Paul Taylor present an energetic, informative program focusing on the truth of Scripture as a foundation for all of science. Tune in each week as we discuss what's going on in Creation Today and why it matters to you. Watch us online at creationtoday.org.